To make a real change, you have to hate your life.
Your environment has been perfectly created to keep you exactly where you are right now. You were trained and conditioned with a perspective that does not serve you. Today, we're gonna break that. We're gonna set you free so you can start hitting your goals a lot faster.
Want a sword? Get a mentor. Hey, this is Nina Carmichael, and this channel was created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something greater inside you too. You have Michael Jordan level talent at something. So today, let's learn from one of the best, my husband, Evan Carmichael, and how to take control of your life. Mentor me, Evan. Okay, let's kick it off with rule #1. Hate mediocrity.
To make a real change, you have to hate your life. Good is the enemy of great. If you're good, you're good. It would be nice to have more, but you're not willing to do the crazy, scary, painful things that require to get great because you're good. You need to realize, if only for a few moments, that you hate your life. You hate it. You're capable of more, way more. This is nowhere near maxing out. This is nowhere near the max of your capabilities. You should hate that. You need to hate that. And then you make a powerful decision to change. So if you've ever been to a Tony Robbins Unleash the Power Within event, the 3.5-day event, his most powerful exercise that he does is his Dickens exercise. And what he has you do is write down your limiting beliefs. He has you write down what are the things that you do that is holding you back, the belief system you have that is holding you back, the things that you know you need to act on that you're not doing. Why is it that you're not doing it, and what is it holding you back from accomplishing? And that's a great thought exercise, but unless it's emotional, you're not going to take action, right? You know fixing that would be nice, it'd be good, it'd be nice, right? Yes, but you still like your life. It's the problem. You don't hate your life. You're not desperate enough to make that happen. You can think, well, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, I'll do it next year. No, you need to hate your life right now, or that thing will never happen. And so what Tony has you do is you take those 3 limiting beliefs, and then you project forward, and it takes you down, I think, 5 years and 10 years and 20 years into the future. So now you imagine your life 5 years into the future. That thing that you're afraid to do, that thing that you have in your head, that limiting belief of yours, you haven't fixed it yet. What's the result? What happens? What do you look like in 5 years that you still haven't done the thing? What happens to you in 5 years? And then in 10 years, and then in 20 years? It takes you deeper into the pain, basically, each time that your life is terrible. Right? You never fix this thing. You never chase that opportunity. You never go after the thing you know you're capable of. And he puts so much pain on you through this exercise. It lasts, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. He puts so much pain on you that then it forces you to want to make the change right now. And then he'll snap you back. The idea isn't let's stay negative forever, right? As entrepreneurs, we don't want to do that. I don't want to be negative forever. It's using negativity and negative forces in a really acute sense, in these little pockets, these little moments, to force you forward, to force you into action. Because when you hate something, you're gonna change it. When you've hated something in your life, it's an immediate change. I need to make that change immediately. But again, when you're good, you're good. You don't do anything about it. And so whatever it is that you want out of life, you have to be desperate to go and chase it down. You have to. And the only way to do that is to hate your current situation.
Rule #2, raise your standards.
One of the hardest things in the world to do is to raise your standards. Everything that you are surrounded by keeps you where you are. Your friends, your family, the media you consume, your habits, everything. Your environment has been perfectly created to keep you exactly where you are right now. If you want to raise your standards, you need to raise your environment. I met up with a friend of mine recently who I've known for 12 plus years, and he was talking about how much I changed over the years. And for those of you hardcore fans of mine, you can go back on my content and see how much I've changed. But specifically for him, he's an entrepreneur. I've seen his business grow over the years. And he talked about how much more willing I was to be truthful, to be honest, to push him, to push him when it was uncomfortable, and believe in him even harder to say the things that are uncomfortable that need to be said that will help him get to where he needs to be, to believe in people more than they believe in themselves. He's seen the changes in me and how much more direct I am, how much more confident I am, and how that's helped him directly in his business and his life. Where did that come from? It came from my videos. If you go back and watch my old content, I didn't have a lot of confidence. I loved what I was talking about. I thought it could help, but I didn't have the emotional commitment to the words. A lot of my messaging and belief has stayed the same, but my confidence and my commitment and my standards have raised because of the videos that I consumed, because my environment was a certain way and it was pretty good. But now in watching my own channel, watching my own content, being a subscriber to myself, making my videos for me, and then sharing it with the world, I feel like I have all these people on my wall and more in my ear every day. I've got Steve Jobs talking to me every day. I got Oprah Winfrey in this ear. I got Elon Musk back over here. I've got all these people every day, all these successful people in my ears constantly. When you are around successful people, you will become more successful. When you hang around these people, you will start to think like they think. You will adopt their mindset. You will see the world the way that they see the world. And so you have a choice. Look at your current environment. Look at the people who you're currently hanging out with. Look at the media that you are currently consuming. Does it lift you up? Does it build you to be a better version of you? The thing that you want to go off and do, the thing that you need most in your life, are you surrounding yourself with that enough in your environment? Are you taking enough of it in? I want more belief in my life, and so I get a daily injection of belief through my channel, right? I inject myself with belief every day so that if you come around me and you've got a cold and you sneeze on me, right? You're a negative person, you're pessimistic, you sneeze on me with your negativity, I'm good because I have so much belief in me from the injection.
Also, if you want to have more confidence, check out our 254 series. The link to join is in the description below.
The people who win work the hardest because they love what they do.
If you're doing work that you love, you're more likely to follow through. You're more likely to do it because it doesn't feel like work, because you love doing it.
Find whatever the smallest first step is, and then the smallest next step is, and continue to build those steps. And when you look back, you'll have realized that you made some pretty significant progress.
Rule number 3, be patient with the result.
You're not in a big enough hurry because you don't view patience and impatience properly. You were trained and conditioned with a perspective that does not serve you. Today, we're gonna break that. We're gonna set you free so you can start hitting your goals a lot faster. Most people are patient with themselves, but impatient with the results. I'll say that again. You're patient with yourself, but you're impatient with the results. You want the results to happen right away. You're impatient. Like, when am I gonna get these results? But you're patient with yourself. You'll give yourself a break. You'll let yourself down. Like, I'll do that tomorrow. You're patient with yourself, but you're impatient with the results. I want you to flip it. This is the perspective shift that if you understand and make in your business, your entire life will change. You need to flip it. You want to be patient with the results and impatient with yourself. You want to be patient with the results and impatient with yourself. Know that the results that you're after will take time. You're chasing down big goals. You're an entrepreneur. You want to do amazing things. It's going to take some time for that to happen. But the impatience you need to put on a daily basis is on yourself. That you do the most that you can do today and every single day to move a little bit closer to achieving your goals. So look at my business as an example. My next goal is to hit 10 million subscribers on my main YouTube channel. That's a big goal. It's gonna take me a while to get there, right? It's not gonna happen tomorrow. No matter how much work I put in, no matter what I do, it's not happening tomorrow. It's gonna take some time. I get that. I'm patient with that. And I'm insanely impatient with myself. It's like, what can I do more today to get me closer to that goal? How can this video be the best video I've ever made? It may not come out, but it's my intention. You may not get that result every day, but it's my intention. If your intention was to every single day do the most you could do to move closer to your goal, man, you would get there so much faster. The problem is you're too patient with yourself. It's okay. I'll do it January 1st, right? New year. I'm gonna start fresh. January. I'll do it Monday. Start of the week. I can't do it now. It's a Thursday now. I can't do it now. I'll do it Monday. It's start of the week. I'm gonna start. That's the problem. If that's you, then the best thing you can do is right now. Right now, instantaneously. The rest of today has to be amazing. And same thing for tomorrow, and same thing for tomorrow. Stop letting yourself off the hook. Stop saying it's okay, I'll get to that some other time. This is the problem why you're not accomplishing your goals faster. You're too patient with yourself.
And rule number 4, the last one before the very special bonus clip, is stop comparing to others.
You need to stop judging your version of balance against someone else's. I think this is something that plagues at least the North American culture. We're constantly comparing what makes us happy against somebody else's life. You have a version of balance. You have a version of happiness. You have a version of passion. It's different for everybody. I can't judge you for what you're doing. The only test is, are you proud of yourself? Do your actions map to your ambitions? Is what's in your calendar a reflection of what will make you happy? And I think as soon as you can get into your own head, as soon as you can understand what happiness and balance and success looks like for you and stop comparing it against somebody else's version in your life or on Instagram, that's when you can actually go off and find the success you're after.
And now I have a very special bonus clip on how to act now. But before that, it's time for the 3-point landing questions. Time to go from watching the video to taking action. Here we go. Question number 1, where do you need to stop comparing to others? Number 2, how can you raise your standards? And number 3, what is the mediocrity that you hate? And if you made it this far, we want to celebrate with you. Give us a hashtag believe in the comment below.
The decisions that you make when you're feeling bold are actually the right ones for you, and your head starts talking you down from doing them. When you're feeling bold, unstoppable, confident, powerful, and you make a decision, you make a choice, you say, I'm gonna go off and do this thing, that is actually the best thing that you need to go off and do. You have to listen to it. You have to take that jump. Otherwise, you will still be in the same spot you are currently in right now, 5 years from today. So I just came back from doing a tour, 90-day tour, 23 different cities. It all started because I was walking down the street on a warm summer day last year, and I decided I'm gonna take Nina, my wife, to every city in North America with 1 million plus people. Crazy goal, right? My next evolution, the next leap, the next jump. Every city in North America with my wife, let's go. And then your head gets in the way. Then your head starts thinking, how many cities are there? How do we plan for this? Nina has a full-time job. How are we gonna make it all work? What's the timeline gonna be? Your default first step needs to be action instead of thinking. What most of us will do, as soon as you come up with an idea, is you go home and you think, and you plan and you ponder and you strategize and you think, and you use all of your creative, bold, confident energy into planning. The problem is you wake up the next day a different person. You wake up the next day thinking, I can't do that. I can't go to every city in North America with 1 million plus people. I can't do this. I can't do that. You come up with all the reasons that are logical, that are practical as to why you can no longer do that thing. You were feeling bold and confident yesterday, but today you can't do it. That's why your default first step needs to be action. Use that bold, creative, powerful energy into action, into committing yourself to doing something and taking what I call the first 2%. The 2% difference. That means don't go home and plan your way to hitting 100% of your goal. Immediately take the first 2% action to move a tiny bit closer to your goal. And so I said, I'm gonna take my wife, Nina, every city in North America, 1 million plus people. Great. What's my first step? Not researching how many cities, not trying to figure out how Nina's gonna quit her job, not any of that stuff, not planning, not strategizing. It's this weekend, we're gonna go to Boston. Because I knew Boston had 1 million plus people and I knew Nina hadn't been there yet. So we're gonna go to Boston. It was actually the wrong plan. It wasn't the closest city. I thought it was the closest city, but there's multiple cities that are closer. But the imperfect plan that you act on is better than the perfect plan that you sit on and never do anything about. And so we went to Boston that weekend. It was a Wednesday afternoon. I decided by Friday night we were leaving and driving to Boston. Action. This is the thing that most people are missing. You don't have enough action. The 2% difference. Stop planning to 100% and figure out what the smallest possible, simplest version of doing that thing is right now, immediately, today.
If you want to develop real confidence, check out the video right there next to me. Continue to believe, and we will see you there.
What do you say when you see yourself in the mirror? When it's just you, when you're all alone, it's just you see yourself in the mirror, what do you say? When you face adversity,